you're planning for the feed is all year round.
Farmers, friends, I would highly encourage you to think about growing your own fodder. Hello, my name is Ben from Dorper Stud, and on today's show we are out in the road. Today we are visiting more fodder supermarkets here in Nyeri, and we are together with Mr. Gedhaiga.
Correct.
From more fodder supermarket.
Yes.
Thank you so much for receiving us. Karibu.
Karibuni pia.
Yes.
Nimefurahi kwa kutembea. I'm very happy that you have visited this farm.
Yes.
I'm happy to be associated with you.
Thank you.
You have some of the best Dorper sheep in Kenya.
Thank you.
And we are very happy that we are partnering now.
Yes.
And we are going to supply you with the fodder.
Thank you.
And in turn,
yes,
we also want you to supply us with the wonderful Dorpers.
Yes, we will do
the
that.
genetics are wonderful. I've seen
yes,
them in your channel.
Yes.
And I believe they are pretty good as they are.
Thank you very much.
So here we have a variety of fodders.
Yes.
For animals,
yes,
both cattle, sheep, as well as goats, even other livestock like chicken, as well as fish.
Yes.
Now, the most important of them all, we have this one that is in our background.
Yes.
This one is called the Pechangone. Pechangone was developed in Thailand,
yes,
in an animal nutrition institution in a place called Pechong, and that is why it is named Pechangone. This Pechangone, after it was developed, it was realized that it is not an ordinary napier because it has very high crude proteins, up to 19%. The latest analysis we have done with the crop nut laboratories, cropped 19.5% CP.
Wow.
That is very high, considering other napiers that we have around,
yes,
only goes up to 8%.
Yes.
So beside the high crude proteins, that is the nutritional value of this napier,
yes,
this napier also has a lot of biomass yield. If you plant, for example, 1 acre, you can realize up to 200 metric tons.
yes,
That one is a lot of fodder. For cows, you can possibly do like 15 cows on 1 acre. 15 cows is quite a feat, yes, for 1 acre. If it is goat, you multiply by the number of goats that are fed equivalent to 1 cow, which I believe is about 5 goats.
yes,
Feed what you can feed 1 cow.
yes.
Therefore, this one will do like between 75 to 100 goats on 1 acre of ranch. Wow. Well taken care of.
Yes.
So that is Supernapia for you. It grows very fast. It has about a cycle every 45 to 60 days you'll be harvesting. And that, for example, what you are seeing here was harvested on 25th of November last year. So on Christmas Day last year,
yes,
the Christmas imepita,
yes,
it achieved exactly 30 days. Right now it is about 30 days and one week,
okay,
approximately.
okay, okay.
So you can see the growth rate is, yes, quite high and very, yes, impressive.
Yes.
With this one, I can assure you that it is going to produce that much of biomass yield.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. Now, yes, second to this, we also, yes, have other fodder crops.
Yes.
We have, for example, this one which is here in our front here. This one is one of the best. Actually, I term it as the best potato vine. But this is a fodder vine. Does not have the tubers down there. So it's purposely for feeding animals. Now, this one, the good thing about this one, yes, is that it concentrates its energies or maybe feeding on the leaves, as well as the stems. Therefore, you observe that it is quite, the leaves are broad, yes, they are good, they are juicy, yes, the same with the stems. Yes. It is called Super K fodder, potato fodder fine. Wow. It is my second best product here. Oh, okay. Then maybe we can move around and see, yes, the other fodders that, yes, are around.
Yes. And for the Super K, yes, how long does it take to grow?
It takes roughly 3 months.
3 months?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it has a lot of proteins.
Yes.
Almost everybody knows that
yes,
potatoes have a lot of proteins, true, over 20%.
Yes.
And that is very good for either weight gain, yes, or milk production.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Let's put this side.
Okay.
Then from potato vines,
yes,
we also have another variety of fodder down here.
Yes.
Like the one you saw, which we were feeding our animals with. This one you are seeing here,
Yes.
this
Yes.
is also very good.
Okay.
It is a grass.
Yes.
It is called Panicum. Panicum, we have about 2 Panicums here. One is called Panicum Tanzania. I
Yes.
think that is where it originated from.
Yes.
And then we have this one. It's called Panicum siabasa. It is also called in other places. It's called Mombasa grass.
Yes.
This one is very good.
Yes.
It grows very fast.
Yes.
And it has proteins of over 16%. So it is also good for weight gain as well as milk production.
And can this kind of panicum be grown in, you know, places where they don't receive a lot of rainfall?
Certainly, yes. This Panicum also does well in semi-arid and arid areas.
Okay.
Only that when you're establishing, it needs a bit of water.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
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 Yes.
During the establishment stage.
The establishment stage is very important, but once it is well established, it has some drought tolerance.
Okay. And at what point do you harvest it?
You harvest it at the onset of this formation of seeds.
Okay.
Once you see the seed pods, you can start harvesting. It is at its nutritionally best.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Now, the other fodder that you may want to know about is relatively new.
Yes.
This one was introduced by a Chinese national.
Okay.
It is called China grass. This one.
Ah.
This China grass.
Yes.
This is the only plot of it we have.
Yes.
And we are still observing it.
Yes.
It looks promising. But we are yet to get okay, he sent me some analysis which we did at the same laboratory that we use called Crop Nut Laboratories.
Yes.
And it was at about 14% CP.
Okay.
Lower than Supernapia.
Yes.
But it may have some other good attributes.
Yes.
And we are watching it closely to see how much it's going to help us.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now from there,
we
go to another fodder.
Yes.
We are in a supermarket. More fodder. Supermarket.
Yeah.
Fodder here.
Okay.
This is bacteria.
This is the basilisk.
This is the basilisk.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
This one here is one of the families of Bracharia.
Yes.
Bracharia has several varieties. Actually, we understand it has more than 50 varieties in the world out there.
Wow.
But in Kenya today, we have about 10 varieties, of which I personally here in the more fodder supermarket, we have about 8 varieties.
Yes.
Among the 8 varieties, we have this one called Bracharia CV basilisk.
Yes.
Basilisk, according to my observations and my research, is actually the very best of the Bracharia varieties. This one.
Okay.
Why do I say that? Because number one, this grass is a bit drought tolerant than the others. Number two, it has high crude proteins, over 18%. Number three, this grass will remain green throughout.
Wow.
It does not shed its leaves. It is also, the best of all is that it is not attacked by a certain pest, which is very common with the Bracharias, called red spider mite. The red spider mite will always attack other varieties, almost all the other varieties. It embeds itself under the leaves and starts sucking. You'll observe your Bracharia in the field starting to yellow. It will start yellowing. And then it will dry. But it is never on this one. Okay? So that is Bracharia basilisk for you.
Okay.
Yes, please. This one is expanded by root splits.
Okay.
You uproot, then you split it up and you plant with the roots.
So you don't plant it, you don't uproot the whole one and plant it.
No, that would be a waste. You split it up into smaller units.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. How long do you need to have grown this for you to be able to now uproot and start?
Okay, it takes 3 months to allow it to have proper rooting system, and then after that you can start uprooting.
Okay.
Yeah, from 3 months.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Interesting. The rest is just the Panicum. You do from seeds or from
Panicum you can get seeds as well as the root splits. Yeah. Mm. Now this is another variety
Yes.
of the brachyrias.
Yes.
As I told you, we have 8 varieties,
Yes.
but here we have zeroed in on two
Yes.
of the very best.
Okay.
This one is called Brachyria CV MG4. Brachyria MG4. I term it as the second best. It does very well here.
Yes.
And as you can see, if it gets into good soils,
Yes.
and with water and manure as well as fertilizer,
Yes.
it grows up to a height of almost about 1.5 meters tall.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, the other brachyria that I may recommend is over there.
Yes.
It's called Brachyria Toledo. Perhaps you'll pass there. But
Yes.
before we go to that one,
Yes.
I may want to tell you that due to great public demand,
Yes.
people do come here and say that they want grass. And the grass, they don't say which grass they are talking about. So eventually, when they arrive here, they say they want lawn grass, compound grass, or landscaping grass.
Yes.
So that's why we have introduced a new stock here of various type of grasses.
Yes.
Starting from that on the corner there.
Yes.
That is called Bermuda grass.
Yes.
Then from Bermuda grass, the second one, which is flowering,
Yes.
it's called what? Paspalum.
Yes.
Then from Paspalum, where that boy is seated
Yes.
with the overall,
Yes.
that is called Kentucky grass. Then
Yes.
from Kentucky, where Mama is studying,
Yes.
that one is called the Asian carpet grass. Then from Asian carpet grass,
Yes.
we have this one. This is
Wow.
called Peba.
Yes.
Then from Peba, let's
Yes.
go out.
Yes.
This is Pemba.
Yes.
We just started recently,
Yes.
so it has not really established well.
Yes.
The first one out the electricity post
Yes.
is the same one which is being planted here,
Yes.
and it is called the Asian carpet grass. It's one of the best.
Yes.
Very fine, and it grows very well,
Yes.
like a carpet.
Yes.
This one here.
Yes.
You can zoom on this one and see how good it is. This is called Asian
Carpet grass.
carpet grass.
Wow.
I understand it's one of those that are used. Are planted in those football fields, and then it is
lawn
mowed
mowed.
with a lawn
Yes.
mower. Looks very
Yes.
fine.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Now-
Good. Yes.
From there, we
Yes.
have this one.
Yes.
This one here
Yes.
is called the Zimbabwe grass.
Yes.
Zimbabwe
Yes.
is very good
Yes.
where you have trees
Yes.
and shade.
Yes.
It is the only grass among all these lawn grasses which does well at the shade.
Okay.
Others will die at the shade, but this one will survive.
flourish. It
It's
can survive.
Zimbabwe. Then,
Yes.
unfortunately, there are some weeds.
Yes.
We have this one. Zoom in on this one.
Yes.
This one is called Peba variegated. It is
Peba
the
variegated.
same family with
Yes.
the other Peba,
Yes.
but this one you'll observe that it has white braids.
Yes.
It's called Peba variegated. Okay.
Yes.
Let's pass on. This is still Zimbabwe,
Yes.
the one that does well at
Yes.
the shade.
Yes.
Then we have it's a bit of Kentucky.
Yes.
This is Peba.
Yes.
This is Pemba.
Yes.
Then we have another one here. This is still the one we saw there called the Paspalum, though not well taken care of.
Yes.
Last but
Yes.
not least,
Yes.
there's one here.
Yes.
From here up to there.
Yes.
This, except what I'm stepping on,
Yes.
this one here is called the Arabic. Arabica.
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 I've heard of this one. Yes.
It's also called Kidelo grass. There was a time Obama was coming to Kenya,
Yes.
President Obama,
Yes.
and the governor then
Yes.
was Kidero.
Yes.
He planted a lot of it on
Yes.
Uhuru Highway,
Yes.
and it was Christian. This is one of the places where I do show people
Yes.
how to plant Supernapia,
Yes.
and as you can see,
Yes.
as I show them,
Yes.
the ones I leave in the soil just germinate.
Correct.
They just germinate.
Yes.
That is what has happened to all these. Otherwise, these
Wow.
lines were not meant to plant Supernapia.
Yes.
They were for these fodder vines called
Okay.
K58. Now,
Yes.
To plant,
Yes.
there are two ways. Number one,
Yes.
kuna the hole. The hole is the one we call tubukiza method,
Yes.
where you dig a hole of 2 feet by 2 feet by maybe 1.5 feet
Yes.
depth.
Yes.
Then you put the topsoil aside
Yes.
and the bottom soil aside.
Yes.
Then you take about a bucket of manure,
Yes.
well cured manure,
Yes.
either goat manure, cow manure, pig manure, any farm yard manure.
Yes.
And then you mix with the topsoil,
Yes.
and then you turn it to the soil.
Yes.
If you want to start by drenching, you can drench the hole, or you can plant your cutting
Yes.
and then you drench the hole after that.
Okay.
That is the first method. Now the second method is called furrows.
Yes.
Furrows is where you make trenches like this.
Yes.
But this one is shallow. The one
Yes.
we have here is a bit shallow.
Yes.
It should be a little
Deeper.
deeper.
Yes.
And then the spacing should be from one furrow to the other should
Yes.
be 4 feet.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then when planting, from one cutting, once you plant your cutting there, the next one should be 3 feet
Yes.
away. As you
Yes.
can see, this one, this
Yes.
is about 3 feet. So therefore, all you do, the most important thing is the way you plant.
Yes.
The angle of inclination is very important,
Yes.
because sometimes you used to be told to plant like this. Can you see? At
Yes.
an angle of 45 degrees.
Correct.
It is very wrong. It is very wrong. Why?
Ah.
Because as you can see, one node has gone down
Yes.
under the soil, and typically these cuttings have 2 nodes.
Yes.
Supernapia cuttings have two
Note.
nodes. So this one will germinate, the shoot will come out, but once it lacks, once its root lacks the soil, it just die.
Yes.
So the best thing is to plant it at this angle you are seeing.
Yes.
This is a typical cutting of 2 nodes.
Yes.
You plant it at this angle of approximately 10 to 15 degrees,
Yes.
so that the first node will get into the soil
Yes.
and it will be buried about 2 inches.
Yes.
And then the second node, it just kind of touches the ground. Once it touches the ground,
Yes.
just lift some soil and cover it like that.
Yes.
And leave about 1 to 2 inches of it protruding
Yes.
outside the ground level.
Yes.
That is the best way to plant. That way, you realize that the first node will come from here, the shoots will come, and others will come from the other node.
Yes.
Unlike the other one, where the shoot will only come from here and they will die. The
Yes.
other will come from here.
Yes.
That is why you see, as you observe this one,
Yes.
this one had 3 nodes,
Yes.
and you can see one node has germinated here, and another one has germinated there, and another one has germinated there.
Ah.
Yes. That's the way to plant. So once you plant like that,
Yes.
it's advisable to irrigate it
Yes.
so that you enhance germination.
Yes.
And then after that,
Yes.
you'll come and remove the weeds,
Yes.
either mostly manually. We do it manually here.
Yes.
And then after 1.5 months, you
Yes.
can do top dressing, either with organic
Yes.
fertilizer
Yes.
or chemical fertilizer. Preferably, we use CAN
Okay.
for calcium. And then the second weeding will be done
Yes.
a few after maybe a month or 2,
Yes.
and then from there
Yes.
there's no more weeding.
Okay.
You will harvest your first Supernapia
Yes.
in 75 to 90 days.
Yes.
That's when you do your first harvest. Then subsequently, you'll be harvesting every 45 to 60 days.
45 to 60 days.
55 to 60 days.
Okay.
Yes.
And in terms of using are you going to use any kind of manure when you're planting?
Yeah.
When you're preparing this furrow, for
Yes.
example.
You have to put manure.
Okay.
It is important to put
Okay.
manure.
Okay.
That is the way you do. And then
Yeah.
you mix the manure with the soil.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
And preferably farmyard manure, then bolea.
Farmyard,
The normal
that's the
bolea
best.
we use.
That is the best. But if you
Okay.
don't have farmyard manure,
Yes.
you can always use some chemical fertilizer.
Yes.
Like here, we do use one from Yala
Yes.
called Yala Power.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You can also use DAP
Yes.
or from any company.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm.
It's fantastic. And what about the water? The watering. How often would one need to
On
water?
planting, it's good and important to make sure that it is watered, if not daily.
Yes.
You can if you can get access to mulching,
Yes.
either ile ya karatasi
Yes.
or ya
The grass.
dry grass,
Yes.
or hay, dry
Yes.
hay,
Yes.
or rotted hay.
Yes.
You put it around the ribs.
Yes.
It helps a lot in moisture retention,
Okay.
and that way you'll be just be watering once a week.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
preferably in the evening.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah. And this is very good news for the farmer, especially for the sheep farmers, because you realize
Mm.
if 1 acre can actually give you about 200 tons, clearly 1 acre can feed about 100 sheep.
Correct.
In a year.
Yes.
Yeah. So even for the ones who have smaller farms and are wondering what you can do in your 2 acre, 3 acre,
This is
the answer. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.